And draw your knees in. Hope everybody's doing well. All the dogs are coming in. Mine is forlornly looking out the window for some reason. Draw your knees into your chest and give them a good spin. Circle the knees. And holding onto the front of the right leg, lift the left one up and start to work your foot open. Flex and point, circle if you'd like. Take your time. And then take your hands behind the left leg, the one that's up, and interlace your fingers around the belly of the hamstring muscle. So find somewhere along that leg, that left leg where there's tension, and press into that tension. So pull with your hands and press your leg into the hands. And engage your quadriceps on that left leg and really flex them as you push the leg into the hand. And pull with the hand, so much so that you feel your shoulders. And then take your left hand outside of the left leg and open the leg up to the left. Maybe your left elbow comes to the ground. If you have a block nearby, wedge that into your outer left hip. Maybe place the elbow on the block and press the leg into the hand and the hand into the leg. So you're creating a boundary on that outer leg. Yeah. And then take the hand to the inner leg, kind of like you're opening a shower curtain with your left hand, and push that left leg out to the left. And the block resists from below. So you're just moving something out of the way of the left hand. That something is your leg. Yeah. Good, I see your feet. That's really good. Good angle. And with your right knee, you're reaching in the opposite direction. And then take your hand outside the leg, pick it up, and drop it over on the right side of your mat or past the mat. Extend your left arm out to the left and twist here, turn your head left. And with your right hand, roll the outside of your left hip down. Open your chest. And then bend your left knee, stack it on the right knee. Pin both hands down to the ground and lift both knees up. And let them just hang here a few inches off the floor on the right side. So they're just hanging, and hopefully you're starting to feel some muscles in your middle. Pin that left shoulder down heavily, squeeze the legs together, draw them up, center the hips, and drop the knees over toward you might have to move that left leg out of the way, over toward the left. And go as far down as it can go without raising that right shoulder or right rib cage. Fold your ribs down, squeeze the legs into each other, and then roll your outer right hip slightly away from you. And squeeze the legs together, bring them up to the center, and again, drop them toward the right side. Pin the left shoulder down, left ribs down. Squeeze bottom knee into top knee, roll outer left hip away. Inhale to the middle and exhale to the left. Outer right hip away, right shoulder down. And then inhale back to the center. Take a block, put it on the outside of the right hip. Interlace the hands around the front of the left shin, send the right leg up. And flex and point the foot. Circle it if you want to. And then interlace the hands behind the back of the right thigh and pull your hands as you press your leg and really engage the quadriceps on that right leg. Extending up through the foot. And maybe draw the leg even closer to your body as you iron it out. So go to a place, a lot of you have a lot of range here. So bring that leg to a place where you feel it and then press the belly and the hamstring into the hands. Pull with the hands. That this is functional. And then open the leg out to the right. Maybe place the elbow on the block. Hold from below and press your right leg into your hand and the hand resists. Careful in the knee joint there. And I have the block wedged tightly against my outer right hip as a boundary. Because I really do want to be squeezing that right hip in toward the left as I open the leg to the right. And then take the hand on the inside of the leg and kind of like you're opening a shower curtain, just like open it, push it open to the right. And maybe the boundary of that block holds the leg. The left leg is going in the opposite direction.
True.
And then hold from below, lift that leg up, drop it over on the left side, reach the right arm open, and turn your head to the right. Roll your outer right hip down. And breathe across your chest. You don't clap?
Well, they're taking a standardized test.
Oh, they're taking a standardized? Why?
Well, but it's just to show what you know. But they're just getting my ISE.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Pin that right shoulder down, right rib cage down.
Because I took it so recently.
Mm.
People took it a year ago.
And then bend both knees, press both arms down, squeeze the legs into each other, draw the knees into the middle. Take your hands behind your head, and we'll do a few little side to sides here, or bicycles. Left elbow to the right knee. Inhale to the middle, squeeze. Exhale, twist. Inhale, pulling in. Exhale, press out. Twisting. Inhale, center, squeeze. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, keep going on your own. And take the center out and go from side to side. About this pace, finding one that works for you. And we'll just do 20. Ten. 3, 2, 1, and lift both of your legs straight up to the sky. And just stay there. Hips are heavy. You can take your hands out from behind your head and extend your tailbone in the direction of your legs. If you want to, you could bring your hands underneath your hips, under your bum, or have them just relaxed on the mat, or you could lift your head and shoulders up. Lower your feet. You can also bend your knees a third of the way down toward the floor and look to your toes. Breathing here, lengthening out. And then lower another third, breathing here. And then lower to hover just above the ground. Squeeze your outer hips, squeeze your legs. Hover, hold 3. Pull belly flat, 2. And 1, drop it down. Bend your knees, place your feet flat. Roll your pelvis forward and back. And then left and right. Forward and back, right and left. And then a clock circle around, dissociating the pelvis from the legs. Any amount is good. And then go the other way. Trying to keep the legs still. And really keying into these deeper core muscles. Center the pelvis, roll the hips forward. And then draw the tailbone under and raise the hips up. Tuck your shoulders under just a little bit. Don't come up too high. And then lower your ribs down until the back ribs feel like they're resting on the ground. Most of them, like all but the bottom few. So that you're a bit of a hammock here. So tuck your tailbone under, flatten the belly, and rock your hips left to right. So you're kind of swaying here, swinging your hips. Finding those outer hip muscles, outer glutes. And then center, feel that sort of droopy butt. Tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in, and raise your hips high, like you're raising up a drawbridge. Lower to the hammock level, and then lift the drawbridge. Do this a few times. Lower, feel the belly strong, and then lift. Lower and lift. Find the hammock position. Roll to the outsides of your feet, and then roll the soles of the feet to the ground. Drawbridge position. Hammock, come to the outer edges of the feet, the hips drop a ways. Roll to the soles of the feet, the hips lift up. I'm noticing dogs seem to be listening to these cues. Roll to the outer edges of your feet, raise the hips up, drawbridge, and do a few of these. Kind of oiling the hinges up here. For 3, 2, and lift. Hold this one, grab the edges of the mat, tuck the arms under, and then push through your feet, lift through your hips. Open up your chest. Can you feel the big toe, the sole of the ball of the big toe pressing into the earth? Raise your hips up higher. Pull them out apart. Feel the chest begin to open. Breathe as that diaphragm umbrella is open. Breathe into the whole circumference here. Breathe through your nose if you can. Let's take 2 slow inhales through the nose. So inhale, inhale, and a long exhale out through the nose. Again, inhale, inhale, and then a slow exhale out. One more time, inhale, inhale, raise your hips a little higher. Slow exhale, slow as you can. And bring it all the way down. Nice job, you guys. Yeah. Okay. Drop your knees over to the right. Sweep your arms back overhead. Grab hold of your left wrist. As you press the top of your left thigh down, pull your left wrist back. Extend your tailbone in the direction of your left knee. Can you feel that those deep muscles on the left side? So, Sally, my legs are everybody, my legs are kind of staggered. Yours might be, and I'm just probably seeing it in a weird way. Hard to tell. I'm in like a windshield wipery zigzag. You might be too, right? I may not be able to tell. And then release the wrists, sweep the arms down. As you draw the knees up, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, reach through and pull in. And gently take the hips side to side. Just rocking. Lateral here. You can continue with this as more of a stretch or interlace the hands behind the head and take about 10 crunches here, lifting your head and shoulders up and raising the hips up. 8, 7, 6. So you're like your own ab machine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up, hold. And then uncross the legs, place the feet down, lower the head down. Widen the feet apart to the edges of the mat. The knees drop in toward each other, then drop your knees, windshield wiper style, over to the left. Grab hold of the right wrist and pull that right wrist. Stretch on the right side. Press the top of the right thigh down toward the ground, tailbone toward the knee. Breathe as you bow the ribs on the right side. Gently pulling on that arm. Long breath. Gently unclasp. Bring the arms down as you do. Deep engagement of the belly as the knees come up, cross the other side. Reach behind the right leg. Pull in, gently rock side to side. Do the leg you didn't do before. And stay here in this stretch, or add that component of abdominals, interlacing the hands behind the head, opposite lacing, and lower and lift. About 10 of these. 9, 8, 7. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully lower your head, cross at the ankles, and start to use that as leverage to go to and fro, like I'm this traveling spider. And if you want to exaggerate it, the feet go all the way behind you and all the way in front of you. Maybe it's better to do less. Cross the other ankle on top and rocking chair to and fro. And as long as it doesn't hurt you, maybe you go all the way back and all the way forward along the whole spine, or maybe this is really subtle. Eventually coming all the way up. Let's make our way onto all fours. Turn your hands to 9 o'clock and 6 o'clock and wag side to side, rock side to side, right to left, penguin style. And then turn your hands so that your fingers face you and rock forward and back. Peeling the heels of the hands off the ground, pressing fingertips into the earth, and then pressing all the way through the heels of the hands. Stretching here through the wrists. Wrist extension. And then lean onto the left palm and turn the back of the hand to the floor with your fingers facing you. And then lean onto the right hand. Walk your knees in a little closer. Flip the left hand over so it's the same. And try to curl your fingers into a fist. Mine aren't getting very far. They look terribly, terribly stuck. And then rock as much as you can bear forward and back. And this just might be terrible. I kind of have my arms straight. Let me see what happens when I bend them. Doesn't seem to matter. So I see some of you with bent elbows. That's cool. I think it's just as effective. By effective, I mean painful. And then lean your hips back, push down through the hands so you can get a little more flexion. And then roll through the hands and turn them back over the flat, normal way. And they might feel quite flat, which is good. Send your hips toward your right shoulder and your right shoulder toward your hip, like you're a horse trying to swat a fly. And then go to the other side. And do this side to side, finding your waist. Can you see your butt? Can you see that fly on the outside of your hip? So look and look. Yeah, nice, you guys. And then start to, head stays forward, start to roll the ribs in a circle. Just try to isolate the center, those ribs, and haul them up with your belly. So the belly is really helping you take those ribs around. And then go the other way. And you're just cement mixing up yourself here. Like you're just live on the street cement. Like my neighbor's pool that I was so jealous as he was putting it in. And then come to center. Inhale, lift the tailbone and look up and reach your tailbone to the crown of your head and the head toward the tailbone. And really imagine them touching. And then round, bring the crown of the head toward the tailbone underneath and the tailbone under. Inhale and lift. Collarbone spreading. Can you feed the ribs forward toward the throat? And exhale, round, spread the back. Spread the shoulder blades, lift the belly. One more time, inhale and arch. And exhale, round. Inhale and arch. Tuck your toes, lift the knees up. Just a tiny bit. Drag your knees toward your hands and your hands toward your knees and feel all those muscles we've been working come to life. Oh. And then lower the knees down. Breathe in deeply. Breathe in more. Exhale slowly out the nose. Hold the belly in and lift the knees up. Just a little bit. Drag wrists toward toes, toes forward toward wrists. Squeeze the forearms in, spin the biceps forward, hold, lengthen your neck. And then push back to down dog, but with the knees nice and bent. And walk your hands to where your feet live. Fold your hands below your feet. You might widen the feet a little bit. Inhale, send your sits bones back and your heart forward. And just enjoy this. Maybe you're unlocking the lower back. Exhale, you can leave a nice slack in the leg, fold forward. Raise your right heel and smash the back of the right hand into the ground, like you're putting out something that's burning. So you're just moving that foot in and out, smushing your palm. And you might feel like you're cracking the bones in your hand. Be careful, don't do that. But it's more like a really deep massage. Now I'm really tight in that outer part, that pinky side. I'm just gingerly exploring that. And then put weight down. Let that right heel drop and just notice, just stay here. Maybe that right leg is straighter than the left. Just notice what's going on that side that you just smushed. And then let's lift the left heel and take that left heel left to right. Massaging that left hand. And make no mistake, this is pretty brutal. So if you're like, oh my gosh, you're probably not alone. Well, you're not alone because it's a lot for me. I'm trying to get all the parts of the hand. And then lower that left heel and just experience what response, what has shifted in that left leg, left arm, left shoulder. I seem to have more space in the shoulder. And then take your hands out from under there, hallelujah. And bend your knees, come rolling all the way up. Tailbone goes under. Reach your arms up. Press the palms together, drop your head back. Tuck your, over exaggerate a tail tuck here, so flatten your bum. And then be careful because it might be a lot so early. Let your bum go back, so tip the pelvis forward, tailbone back. Hips go under, exaggerate, and then let the pelvis rock forward and back with the head staying back and the palms pressing. And you begin to connect to the feet more. Keep the ankles soft and the feet as soft as possible. And see if you can use this to launch your torso up higher. So to grow up, up, up. Taller, taller, taller. And arc the arms back. So as you throttle down and the tailbone comes down toward the heels, can you kind of launch yourself into a back bend here? Not all the way back, don't drop back or anything. Just reach back. And then arms down by your side. Swing your arms forward and back with as soft as feet as possible, rolling to the heels and toes. And try to kind of knock yourself, well, first just get coordinated here. So as the arms go forward, the hips go forward, as the arm goes back, the butt goes back. And try to be like a little kid. Like I bet if Anastasia panned out, we'd see that her little boys are probably mimicking her. So there should be this like playful swing set quality here. You're kind of just really using your arms and your hips to knock yourself off balance. And then let it slow way down. And you're probably hopefully still rocking from balls of feet to heels. And hopefully the toes are lifting as you do. And just let the momentum naturally, so I really almost fell, slow down. And close your eyes when you're ready to. And see if your body, let your body be as soft as you can, as uncontrolling as you can, out of control as possible. Just let your body find its natural balance. And for me, my arms are usually too far forward. My shoulders are rolled too far forward. And I notice here, my hands are now at the sort of at the midpoint of my outer hip, or even slightly behind, which is great. And my collarbones are spreading, and this is really quite different from where I normally stand. So for a variety of reasons, we tend to stand very forward of center, kind of on there's a hypervigilance to it. And being more back over the heels, kind of arches heels, this is an interesting place to be. And root this down into the ground. Can you feel as you push down into the earth, is one side being favored? And try not to change that, just observe it. It'll change on its own.
Let your eyes open and toe heel your feet. If they're not a little more narrow than your hips, toe heel them in a little bit. And really toe heel, so feel that movement of the feet. Keep your eyes really soft, like you're trying not to stare at anything. And can you guys, if you can see me, so I know some of you rocked back to this thing. So you rocked more toward the balls of the feet and the thighs popped forward. Can you go back, and even if you need to do a tiny little version of that swing set, and find your natural alignment again. Can you tolerate it? Or do you start to kind of freak out, feel very unsafe? Recalling the blocks on our outer hips. We're going to put weight on the right foot now and lift to the ball of the left foot. Draw the left knee up. Take your hands, place them on the top of that left thigh, somewhere around the knee, and push the hands into the thigh. And the thigh resists. And really find that connection. Push down with your hands. Take the hands away, and the knee pops up higher. And then see if you can just hold it there. Torturing that hip flexor. And then open the knee to the left. And take your hands to the top of the left thigh. One hand to the top of the left thigh, other hand to the right hip. And with your right hand, you are the block. You're squeezing that right hip into the left. And then left hand pushes down onto the left thigh, and the left thigh pushes against the hand. When you take the hand away, the knee pops up. Can you hold it there? And then reach down and put the foot into tree. Place it somewhere on your upper leg or lower leg. But what we want is to squeeze that right hip into the foot and the foot directionally into the hip, and really suturing, connecting those together, finding this midline. If you want to, take the arms up, press the palms together, maybe look up, tailbone goes straight down. Can you leverage that up higher? Bring the arms down, turn the left knee forward, and place the left foot on the ground. Whew. You just feel the right leg probably feels a lot more active. Really keep it strong and straight. Inhale, reach the arms up. Press the palms together, drop the head back. And pump your pelvis under and back a few times. So rock those hips under, take the tailbone back, and use this as a pump. So maybe you can be a little bolder with your back bend. So as you roll the hips forward and back, take the arms back behind you more. And more into a back bend, arms back. Chest back, head back. So beautiful, you guys. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands out into a plank. Walk yourself forward into plank and push down through the hands. Squeeze the outer legs, squeeze the belly, and then grow your neck nice and long. Heels go back, heart goes forward. Bend your elbows, feel that power, and then roll to an up dog. Stretch through your toes. Think about the tailbone and how instrumental it is in this back bend. Open the chest. Can you feel your triceps? And then roll over the feet, down dog. Walk your hands back to where your feet live. Grab your big toes. Bend your knees. Pull your heart forward. Swim racer here. Look out. Exhale and fold. Then the elbows wide. Slide shoulder blades up your back as you pull down. Press through the big toes. Pull through the fingers. You may notice really a huge difference between your right and left side at this point. Breathe through the nose. Inhaling, and then long exhale. So it's in, out.
Again. And maybe you have some awareness of how that shifts the state of being. The nervous system calms down differently. Release the toes, bend the knees, and roll up through the spine. Reach the arms up, drop the head back, palms together, reach back. Exhale, arms down by your side, Tadasana, swing set. Really use your arms to rock you forward and back. And try to knock yourself off balance. I'm really rocking to heels and toes. And at first I just have to find my own coordination. It takes me a little bit. And this can be huge, by the way. Ooh, like you can really play with this. It doesn't have to be small at all. The dancers do this so big as a warm-up. And then start to let it slow down. You might feel a little good exhilaration. And hopefully there's some natural momentum still happening. And you want it to find its own stopping point so that you can find more of a true balance, more of your true alignment. I mean, I feel almost like I have gravity boots on my heels. And I have to tell you, I don't spend a lot of time back here. Like, can you imagine, like, get into your natural place and then look around, like, just with your eyeballs. It feels super, like, spooky, like, whoa, I don't know if I'm brave enough to live back here in my body. My ego likes to be ahead. It likes to see where I'm going. This feels threatening. To me, that's my story. Maybe to you, it feels really, really good. And then put weight into your left foot and raise the right knee. Take your hands and place them on the top of the right thigh. Yeah, and push your thigh into your hands hard, and your hands resist. Really get that going. And then move the hands away, and it just pops up. Without leaning too far back, can you hold that? So without hold, the hands are at the hips, and they're squeezing the hips in toward each other. You're just feeling that nice hip flexor. And then take the leg out to the right, leave your left hand on your hip, and push the right hand onto the top of the thigh, and the thigh into the hand, create that nice tension. Notice how high it is now. Really squeeze your left hip in, and then take it away, and the leg pops up higher. Hold that, just hold. Try to straighten your standing leg a lot, and then reach down, fold the foot to tree. Keep squeezing your left hand at your hip for now. Take your right hand to the hip and lift them both up. Can you stretch that fabric? Right, this viscera right here, can you lift it up? In fact, let's go over to the right hip. Push down on the top of the right thigh as you pull up that outer right hip and make space there. Then, super straight leg, left leg, reach the arms up. Maybe drop the head back. Maybe squeeze that foot into the thigh into the foot. Ooh. And then release the arms. Turn the knee forward. Bring the foot down and stand. Yeah, just tolerate it. Try not to fidget. You may want to so badly. Just tolerate it. Feel the ground and let yourself find, maybe you close your eyes, balance. You might notice there's a lot of things that have calibrated. There's a lot of muscles that are on and attuned.
And then open the eyes. Raise the arms up. Find your own back bend. Let it feel amazing. Your body's figured out a lot in the last few minutes. Exhale and fold forward. Walk your hands out to the front of the mat and turn into this long plank of wood, this long beam. Press your heels back as you drag your toes toward your wrists and your wrists toward your toes. And there's this invincible strength as you push into the ground. Very powerful. Lower halfway. Point your toes, push into the ground with your smushed hands and open up the chest. Feel that enlivened spine. Roll over the feet, downward dog. Push back. Raise the hips high. Lift your right heel up and draw your right knee toward your nose and bring your nose toward the knee. Pull your right heel up higher. Round your upper back, spread the shoulder blades. Inhale, stretch that right leg back and up, 3-leg dog. Draw the right knee toward chest and place the foot at the thumb. Widen your stance just a little, bend your left knee. Roll the rest of the way up. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Straighten that back leg, press the palms together. Squeeze the outer hips in, reach up and back. As you exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Drop the right hand down the back leg, reach the left arm up by the ear. Turn your hips slightly left. Turn your ribs right. Keep dialing those hips forward, which is subtly to the left, and spin up through your trunk. Left hand to the ground, right arm up. Turn. Now, bring your back foot down to a warrior 2 foot or a warrior 1 foot. Take your right hand to the inside of your right foot or ankle and lift your left arm. Sweep your left arm over your ear. Push down through your back foot, bend your front knee and reach. Super side body stretch, long. Bring the left hand down, right hand down, step back plank. Bend the elbows, point the toes on your ride through. Exhale back, down dog. Lift the left heel, draw the knee toward the nose and the nose toward the knee, pull the belly in, round your back. Lift your heel higher toward your butt. Then 3-leg dog, send it up. Get a nice long stretch through that right leg. Left hamstring extends. Draw knee to chest, step the left foot through. Widen your stance just a little bit. Roll up, press in. My back knee is bent. Hips are squeezing the midline. Good, you guys. Press the palms together. Turn that right knee forward a little bit. Yeah, back knee. And squeeze your outer hips. Palms are together. Maybe look up. Maybe try to squeeze the forearms in more and drop the head back. Reach back, arch back. There's a lot of intelligence in the back bend now. Beautiful, you guys. Reach. And then open it up. Right hand forward, left arm back. Counter the hips to the right as you turn right ribs toward left. I want that undercut. Reach. Arms in opposite directions. Reach them apart. Right hand comes down. Top arm comes up. Turn. Squeeze your butt. Left hand comes down. Back heel comes down. Hold that left foot, right arm lifts high. Bend your left knee, push down through that right leg. So it's pretty accessible here. And rainbow that right arm over the ear. Get long on that right side, reach. Bow your ribs up even. Reach, reach. Take the arm back a little more behind your head. Better. Right hand comes down. Step back, spin up onto your back toes plank. Drop your heels to the left, leave both hands on the floor, and bow your ribs up a little bit. Swivel to the center, heels to the right, look to the left, lift your hips, lift your ribs. Want that off your body for me?
It's on.
Get a chair.
It's in my hand.
Then come back to the center, toes toward wrists, wrists toward toes, and bend the elbows halfway. Point your toes, roll your heart through. Exhale back, downward dog. Right leg goes high. Draw the knee to the chest. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise crescent. Palms come together. Arch the head back. Ooh. On your next exhale, twist. Right hand drops down, left arm up by the ear. Swivel stick. Left hand down, right arm high, simple twist. Back heel goes to the ground. Right hand holds the right ankle. Left arm lifts high. Left arm sweeps overhead. Left hand arcs down to the ground. Spin to your back toes. Right hand still holding right ankle. Places right foot into tree. Hips lift high. Or they rest on the ground. Push through the ball of your left foot, find the floor, sweep your top arm over your ear. Bring the right hand down to the ground, still in your tree, lower to the mat or earth. Cobra, tree. And then from here, just slide that right leg forward. Walk your hands back toward your bent leg and puff your chest up like a puffed up pigeon. Drop the head back. Maybe start to lift the head if it feels vulnerable. And bend the back knee. If you get a cramp, take that lightly. Don't overdo that. Reach back with whatever hand feels easy to reach with. And then add the other one. Holding onto that leg, kick it back. Kick it back and open the chest. And use this as a lever to open. And then maybe the head goes back. If you're like, what? Yeah, you could just fold forward, you could fold forward and take half pigeon instead, or do this with one arm. Lots of variations here. And then release the leg. And notice if just the pose itself, being upright, feels a lot easier. Can you move back farther? Kind of like in that standing position. Can you find more of a back? If you're more oriented over the hips and open here. Ooh, nice deep stretch. Beautiful, you guys. Tuck your left toes under and extend that right leg, same one, back up to the sky. Give it a good shake. Shake it out. Now you can shake, 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 bend it and flip into a back bend, wild thing, or just shake it out. If you're in wild thing, come on back over carefully. Let's all take child's pose. Drop the knees. Set your hips back toward your heels. Come into this little ball. Imagine you're just bathing your back here. You're bathing the kidneys.
Breathe into the back of your waist. Make some space in there. Decompress. Lift the head, bend the elbows, cup your chin in your palms like I've seen a lot of statues like this. And then walk your elbows a little forward so there's a little, oh my gosh, that feels amazing. A little pull in the shoulder blades. And then I'm tractioning my chin forward, lengthening the muscles on my neck, on the front of my neck. I've mentioned this before, but it's really a discovery for me that my neck, it's not the muscles in the back of my neck that are helpful for releasing neck tension. It's these here. It's getting the muscles out of my, separating sort of my chest muscles from my neck muscles in the front. It makes a huge difference. Oh my gosh. I'm really tight in this shoulder blade area, so this feels amazing. I'm all locked up here. Cell phones don't help. And then release the hands, pull yourself forward. You might feel liberation like I do, tuck your toes, and downward dog. Lifting that left leg, send it up. Stretch it, set it free, and then draw the knee forward toward your chest. And step, let's step right up. Left foot forward, back knee bent, roll up. Start to straighten the back leg, press the palms together, deep knee bend, and press the palms together, arch back. Twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Swizzle stick it, left hand to the right leg, right arm up by the ear, keep twisting. Right hand comes down, left arm goes up, twist. Sweep that left arm over the ear, reach down, grab your left ankle, spin your back heel down, right arm up. Right arm sweeps overhead, right hand comes down, keep holding left ankle, spin up onto your back toes. Keep spinning to the outer edge of your right foot and place your left foot into your right thigh. Squeeze them together, send your hips up, arm up, balance. Reach overhead, bow your ribs up, and then turn to face the floor and lower to the ground. Flattened cobra. Oh, I heard a weird cobra story. Inhale, lift the chest, and then slide that left leg forward into half pigeon. Walk the hands back a ways and lift the chest. Puff it up like a puffy pigeon. Get all your feathers puffed up, and then you can fold forward if this is enough. Bend the back knee if you'd like. Reach back with whichever is easiest, because you're going to use the other arm too, and hold both. Hold the leg with both hands and kick back. Using this as leverage to bend back. It's kind of like some kind of jet ski or something. Yeah, it's like you kick back with the leg and it opens your chest. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just stretching that quad. Maybe you're folding forward. Play with it for your body and what you need today. And then carefully, if you're holding, let go and see if that work brought you more back over the hips, like you can have your spine more centered. And revel in the back bend for a few breaths. Chest open, collarbones lifting. And then folding forward, place your hands down, and you're going to stretch that left leg up and back and give it a good shake. Shake, shake, shake it. And if you want, flip it into a wild thing. And we warmed up the butt, all those muscles earlier, so you might find that this goes really well. Carefully come on back over to down dog. Rolling up toward plank, lower the knees to the ground. Inhale, arch, cow pose. Cross your shins and roll over your feet. Extend the legs out in front of you. Reach your arms forward, round your lower back. Keep reaching forward as you round down. When you get to the sacrum, let's stay there. Lift your feet up. Arms are reaching up toward the toes. Belly is drawn down toward the spine. Bend the knees in. As you extend the legs out, circle the arms back overhead. Inhale, jackknife to the sacrum, bent knees, arms forward. Exhale, angel out. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, angel out. For 3. Jackknife angels, 2. Squeeze it in. Extend it out. Get really long. And bring it down. Reach that right leg straight up. Grab the big toe with the first 2 fingers. If that's not within reach, bend the knee and grab the toe. Give that leg a pull. Engage the quadriceps. If there's an injury, send the tailbone in the direction of the injury. If there's an injury, please be careful. Do not overstretch. In fact, make sure that you've got muscle engagement and probably bent knees. Take the leg over to the right. Squeeze the outer hips in. Shoulder blades on the back. Feel into your neck. Draw the leg back to the center. Bend the knee and lift your head and bring your left elbow, the right foot into the crease of the left elbow. Wrap your right elbow around your right knee. If this isn't accessible, try bending your left knee or just going back to that figure 4 from earlier. If this is accessible, hold that leg and rock it like a baby. Pulling it toward the chest. Be mindful of knees, hamstrings, all kinds of rotators here, all kinds of things. Or maybe it just feels really good. Pulling that leg in close to the body. Some people have a lot of range here. They can bring the foot behind the head. Some people that feels really good. Other people, no, not good. So just feel what's right for your body. Maybe it comes up by the face, and that's where the stretch is. I'm gonna add some muscles. So I'm gonna have my right hand behind my right leg and press my leg into it's trying to press into my hand. I don't have a lot of intelligence there. But that was enough to go deeper into the experience. Okay, then relax down and take a simple twist. Right arm out, twist the knee across. Option to bend the left leg. In this twist, reach for the left foot and kick your foot back. So you're in a bit of a seahorse. Release that left leg out straight, reach through your right arm, roll to your back. Oh, hug your legs. Bring your forehead to your knees, smush up into a little ball. Reach for your left big toes. Maybe depending on your range, the right foot goes to the ground, or scissor both legs straight. Right leg out, left leg up. Tailbone, if there's any injury, goes in the direction of the injury. Make sure the muscles are engaging. I'm engaging quadriceps on both legs. I find this a really different stretch holding the toe than really any other variation. Also holding the foot, just holding the foot in general feels really different. Take the leg out to the side, to the left side. Squeeze your hips in. So use your glute min, squeeze the outer butts in. Yeah. If you do have a lot of flexibility, maybe the angle is more your left ear. So it's not across, it's out to the side. Maybe you're using a strap. All good. Bring the leg in. You're going to start to bend the knee into that half pigeon on your back. Lift your head and shoulders. Perhaps that left foot goes into the elbow crease of the right arm, and then that left elbow goes around the left knee. I'm kicking my foot into my right arm, and I'm just holding it like a baby. Maybe your right foot goes flat, maybe your head rests, or maybe it doesn't. And the leg can work toward going behind the head or somewhere in that direction. Maybe, right? That is not for all bodies. And a lot of angry, well, really just one determined angry yogi named Paul Grilly, who really ultimately brought us to yin yoga, did all this. He looked at all these skeletons to prove that this is congenital. If you can't do this pose, it's not your fault. And he basically created a whole system of, or discovered a whole system of yoga to continue trying. But I get it. This can be a frustrating one if you have such goals, like going deeper into poses. Which even just talking about sounds kind of silly, doesn't it? And then carefully release this. Pull the knee gently into the center. That hip is really open, so be mindful. And take a twist. Draw the knee across. Stretch the left arm open. You might enjoy the right leg being straight. That's going to decompress your lower spine. Or you might enjoy bending that right leg for that quad stretch. And kind of depending on what worked for you earlier, you might still really need or want that quad stretch. Push that right foot into the left hand. And as you guys know, I always feel like a seahorse here. And the more I kick, the more my heart goes into this wild back bend. It feels really beautiful. And then release the foot, reach to the left arm, and roll onto your back. Gather your knees up into your chest, and if it's accessible, bring the creases of the knees into the creases of the elbows, which is a smaller container. Interlace the hands, and you're in this Apanasana, this child's pose on your back. Apanasana. And just rock side to side. If it hurts the back, the spine, don't do that. And bring the knees forward and closer toward you. And really, when we watch babies, we see everything is just about getting those gas bubbles out. Every movement they do, every adorable just ridiculously cute movement is about cats. And we're so complex now that we think we're more complicated than that, but I really don't know. Oh no. So we're compressing here, just getting out anything we don't need. I'll leave it at that. Hold your head, give it a nice pull, and stretch your legs out in front of you. If there's anything else, I know some of you need some other movements, please feel free to do them. If there's anything else you need to, some of you, just a couple of you, might really feel like, oh, I really want to see if my Urdhva Dhanurasana, my back bend, is super duper open. So please feel free to do that if that can be a closing posture for you. Or if you're like, oh man, shoulder stand is just what I need. Please take a few moments for that. If you're ready for Shavasana, start to come on down into that. Lowering the head carefully, arranging the shoulder blades. Just arrange your body in general, what you need here. And begin to sweep, place your thumb at the center of the bottom ribs and just sweep your hand a few times over and over again to the left. So coming back to the center and just sweeping here. Let's open this drain pipe. There might be a really nice tone there. And then take your fingers and go from the center of the chin under the jawline and back toward the ears. And do a few of these sweeps. In the center of the chin, back behind the ears. And I don't know, that might make you feel a little tingly in a good way. And then from the backs of the ears with the palms, just sweep down to your shoulders a few times. Just really light at the level. Just feel like just a tiny bit of pressure. Super, super light. Cross the arms, place the hands on opposite shoulders, and sweep to the middle of the body and down. Hands come together and go down. Do this a few times. Hands to opposite shoulder, sweep hands to the middle, point the fingers down toward the pubic bone and press and sweep down. 2 more like that. And then again, just that sweeping to the left as we began. And you might just start to feel a little bit of deeper relaxation. Take note of that. So stop sweeping, relax your shoulders. Just notice what, if you were to rate your relaxation between 1 and 10, where are you now? Clearly low, very relaxed. Then take your first 2 fingers to closed eyelids and gently press. Breathe in 2 inhales and a slow exhale. All the way to the bottom of that breath. And again, inhale. Inhale. And a super slow exhale. Take your fingers, your 4 fingers, and rub right underneath the collarbones, right at the innermost edges, the bottom part, right underneath. Just rub in there. If you hunch around, you'll find kind of a sensitive spot. Stay there. And then start to take that same pressure out toward the shoulders, following the line of the collarbones. And then straighten the arms, palms face up. And just notice if your relaxation, just in a moment or two, if it's deeper, between 1 and 10. begin to let go. Earlier today, you noticed that you're like me and you like to live in the front of the body. Be sure you're dropping back into the earth. Taking your awareness back into the back body, and through the back body into the earth itself. Layers and layers of tension melting away. There may need to be a new arrangement of the bones. Take a deep breath, starting to bring the body back. Inhale. And exhale. Really play these notes fully. Inhale all the way to the top of the breath. And exhale. One more. Inhale and reach your arms back. Exhale, bend the left knee and roll to your right. Come into a small fetal ball. Skillfully send the breath, direct the breath into the back. Bathe your back body in it. Get really acquainted with this back body. What's it like back there? What do you know about it? Something other than pain. And then use your left hand to prop you up and rise. I love this, you guys. It was so great to have you all here. Flex the feet. Find the height of your spine. If you were a stoplight, are the three lights, the one in the pelvis, the one in the abdomen, in the center of the head, are those aligned, or would you be like a wonky janky stoplight where everything was not aligned? Like a perilous Jenga situation. Just using that concept, can the body almost on its own find alignment? Is there a sense of peace here?
I invite you to visit this sense of peace throughout your day. Come back to it over and over again. Some of my favorite teachers would say, it's yours to keep. Reach the arms up to the sun. Draw its light in through your hands and let them come down to a prayer in your heart. Tuning into this heart song. We'll take one Om together. Inhale. May you guys have a day full of blessings and joy. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for staying healthy and vibrant and strong throughout this time. Thank you for everything. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Feel free to unmute yourself and say hi. The Howards, I wish you guys a safe trip. Mary and Carlton, we've missed you. Christine, yay. Yay, everybody. Hi, Sherry, Sally, Anastasia. The new, her uniform, her school uniform.
The school's already started, but they have to take a test. I don't.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks. You gotta see the belt. Show the belt.
Oh my gosh, it's so old and
So did they like send a dress? I don't even know when it's from. What year is that? Oh, hi, Becca. Is this the 50s, the 60s? It came with the spirit of the 30 people who wore it before.
and there's pictures of like these old people and they're wearing the same thing and they're black and white photos from like 1905.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye, Sarah. Thank you.
Hi. Was that today, the boys in the tub?
Yeah, I heard them yelling, so I went inside, but they all went in the tub. Yes.
Thanks for that.
You in the bathtub?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Guy was so mad because he said that I turned the camera on him. He's like, no. The other two could care less. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Sally. Thank you so much. I'll see you.